What's up? What's going on? Um, I see. I am. I'm not tired or sick or anything. Just I'm to a point now, right now, where I'm a little nervous about even doing this. Uh, just in case y'all don't know, late night confessions is just not something that I made up out of the clear blue sky. A lot of the times, things that I do are proven therapeutic tools or utensils that I might have learned through college, or somebody might have sent me to gain me access to things that I know, and things that allow me to get to a point where those tools that I use or I have, I might be able to get to in times of need like this. Today is day 46, 66 is one of those two. I know it's either 40 something or 60 something. And for a person who relies solely on memory, my memory is starting to portray me. Meaning it's starting to become normal, whereas though I can forget stuff. And I don't know whether that's a blessing, I don't know if it's a curse. All I know is that, that's not normal for me to forget things or forget dates or times and stuff like that. Stress has a lot to do with it, fatigue. And I can recall a professor. Have y'all ever had a teacher back in the day when y'all was growing up? Y'all had a teacher and y'all said you took that teacher for granted, and you say to yourself man, I wish I could have that teacher or talk to him or something. I know I ain't the only person who took a teacher for granted, and when you grew up, you realized that teacher was the bomb. That teacher was that boy or that girl. Well, I realized that I would love to have talked to. I would love to talk to him now. I ain't gonna say his name. He actually passed away. I'm not gonna say his name. I would love to talk to him, and he used to always antagonize me all the time. I'd be inside the journey, I would sit in the back because it's basically a 400 seat stadium, almost like auditorium you in. And you in there maybe 100 people. So if you is scattered around, when people scattered around, you get a chance to really do whatever you want to do. And I used to be in the back with the back of it, with the other cool cats, I guess, and other two cool people, whatever. And he used to say stuff to me he would stop the whole class and he would say stuff like, Mr. Washington, you think it's fair that you are playing around with these students? And at the end of the form, or when it's time to take the test, you'll mess around and ace it, and the people that you playing around with will fail it. And I was really embarrassed when he said that, because I can remember myself seeing the look on people's face like what is he talking about? And sometimes we'd go back and forth, but basically what he was saying was I was playing around in school because I could. And I was playing around in school with people who couldn't. And I was, instead of me encouraging those people to stop and pay attention, I was going along with them, indulging, because it didn't affect me. Because I don't need to study. I just read the word, read the texts, go do the tutorial, and store it, bang the test out. That's where I'm at now. I feel like I'm in a place of great reserve. I feel like I'm in a place of great input. I feel like I'm in a place that has great potential for expanding and gaining other people popularity and other people and other faces all this and over that, and I find myself like really nervous to tell the truth now. A lot of my relationships stop because like no one wants to hear the truth all the time, and I'm not capable of like, and that's where a lot of my friendships stop also, because it's like after about a couple weeks, I can see through your bullshit. Like, dude, you need a plug. You ain't trying to be my homie. You need a plug. Your plug must have got locked up or something. You know that I'm the plug, or I got the plug. One of them. Or this chick just lonely. Or this chick trying to get over something. Or she trying to put me in a friend zone so she could benefit from everything that come along with being Cabo, blowing, having fun, going out, doing whatever. I got you regardless. But sooner or later, and most likely it's going to be later, the truth is going to reveal itself. And once the truth reveals itself, then it's like some people had a tendency, or some people are gifted to where as though they could just act like they don't see it. They can act like it don't exist. They can act like it's not there. They be like, hey man, hey man. I know a lot of times that would be what it is, but it ain't this way. But me, I ain't got that. I ain't had the ability. I'd be like, this is bullshit right here. And that's just where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm in a dangerous place, man, because it's like the truth ain't meant to be pretty, but it's not meant to be hurtful either. And a lot of times, there's other ways to deal with the truth than to hurt people, and it's like, I don't be feeling like it, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't be feel like it, man. And I be telling myself, I be like, yo, you gonna feel bad without this person. You gonna feel bad without this relationship. You gonna feel. But like I'm learning, man. Like when you get them signs like this, man. Listen, man. I don't want to be. It's like everybody's trying to tell you what to do at the same time, but don't want to hear what you want to do. It's like that. Like the doctors want to keep telling me what they gonna do instead of asking me what I want to do. But then when I go to talk to them, it's like I ain't supposed to be talking to shit. And it's like, you got relationships, whatever. It's like, hey man, I need you A, B, and C, but I'm gonna keep doing what the fuck I want to do. It's like, it make you sometimes just be like, I don't want to deal with nobody. I don't want to be with nobody. I don't want to be in no relationship. Fuck what these doctors get. I will leave this motherfucker and just say, fuck it. If I die, I die. If whatever happens to me, happens to me. It happened. I'll be ready for it. But at least it was my terms. And that's when you got to start saying, ho, 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 ho. That's when you got to like say, I'm gonna give myself some time and chill out, because that sounded absolutely positively crazy, and if there was a late night confession, that's what it would be. Like, I'm hearing myself sound crazy sometimes, and that's usually the time I don't make any moves. When I'm in my smart bag, when I'm in my I don't care, that's usually the time I move, and I usually get what I usually get. But I choose not to be that today. I choose to be an intelligent black man. And, and tell myself that this is the time you're going to stay absolutely still, Mr. Washington, and you ain't going to do nothing. Yeah, you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. You're gonna need this antibiotics, this doctors to sign these papers. You're gonna take your ass home, and you're gonna sit absolutely still. You ain't adding nothing new to your plate. You ain't throwing away nothing off your plate, unless it make you forcefully throw it off. But you're not adding nothing to your plate, and you're not scraping your plate. You're doing absolutely nothing. And a lot of times you want to hear something really crazy and stupid. A lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, the person to pick for you, the situation to pick for you, the object to pick for you, and it won't even be up to you to pick anymore. So I'm saying, it's how corny it is. I know the rules and everything now. Like you put that kind of real in front of somebody or a situation like, hey, listen, doc, you keep talking that you gonna do that, I'm out of here then. And like, hey, you gonna have to leave against, and then you get up and roll. They gonna be looking like, yeah, I've never seen anyone do that again. I know. Unfortunately, you have never met me before, and that's how I feel about people, and that's how I feel about myself. Because there's some people that I'm around nowadays, and I'm looking like I have never met a person like this ever in my life. Like, I know how people feel. Like, this is. But like I said, the purpose for these late night confessions is not to make sense. It's not to have it all together. It's not for it to come together and to be perfect and all that. It's to understand and give people the understanding that some days you're going to sound absolutely on point, and then other days you're going to sound like I do now. Both of them okay. You can't look down on yourself regardless of what side of the fence you're on. You can't allow someone to talk you into believing that you're crazy, that the way that you think is crazy. Because 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you, if you're not careful, you will become a slave, and a slave owner will be the same person who told you you should never be a slave. If you're not careful, man, you will be a slave for these chicks out here. Young men, if you're not careful, you'll be a slave to a woman who telling you what to do, who telling you how to act, how to live, and this chick ain't changed a goddamn thing in her life since you met her. Young ladies, you keep playing around and letting these men do whatever they want to do, then you're going to be getting pimped and not knowing. Because you thinking that pimping only got something to do with money. When it don't, there's a whole lot of stuff a person can get pimped for other than money. You can get pimped for your soul. You can get pimped for your well-being. You can get pimped for your loyalty. You can get pimped for a lot of things. I'm sorry. I refuse for a motherfucker without no hat to pimp me. You ain't got no hat or no cane. You know? No, you're not gonna pimp me. I'm not gonna be changing my whole life, and I look up and you ain't changing a goddamn thing. Like, no. But it's okay. It's okay to be all over the place. But one thing you never want to do, you never want to be all over the place alone. So they told me to find somebody when I was in college. If you had a client, they went through this situation, please encourage them to find somebody to talk to. I chose y'all to talk to. This is Decopbo Late Night Confessions. Thanks for tuning in. Now, like always, if no one told you they love you today, I do. And also remember that if you want to have a good day, when you wake up in the morning, you can have a great day. And you can have a great day on purpose, not because you got a paycheck, or you got paid today, or the day's payday, or you got that girl that you was trying to get, or you got that guy you was trying to get. You can have a great day as soon as you wake up, because you woke up, which is a blessing on its own. But last but not least, remember that if you are miserable, understand that you have chosen to be miserable, because the same thing that makes you miserable, you have the obligation to choose to erase it out your life. Decopbo 1.